All right, here, if you missed them, are the solutions to test number 1, and we're going to be having one of these tests. What's going to happen is the first test had 7 questions on it. Let's just say number 1 had 7 questions. And then number 2, which we're doing today, has 9 questions. This one covered up to assignment 20. And then number 2 covers up to assignment, let's see, where's factoring? Yeah, factoring is 22. Okay, so by test number 2, I'm expecting you to beat up to assignment 22. And then I'm going to continue. We'll have 2 tests tomorrow, 3 and 4, or next week rather. This will have probably about 12 questions on it. The 4th one will have maybe 15 questions on it. And then the following week is finals week. So this is this week. This will be next week. And then the last week is going to be when we give the final. And there's probably going to be a 5th practice test that has all 20 questions on it. And by that point, you need to be up to assignment 26. So there's 26 total assignments. So where you need to be is if you're on assignment 23 or so and you've only got 3 assignments to go, you've got some tests to practice, that's about where you need to be. All right, so here are the solutions to the finals, the first test rather. So I separate this into 2 problems. 1/2 is 9 over 3. I'm going to put the correct solution here. So 9 divided by 3 are the coefficients, just the plain old numbers, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the number in front is 3, and now I deal with the exponents. I have x to the 5, and then the rule for dividing is to subtract the exponents, so 5 minus 2. Y to the 9 minus 6, and z to the 1 on top and 1 on bottom, so that's 1 minus 1. All right, and then that makes a grand total of 3 in front from the 9 and the 3, x to the 3rd, 5 minus 2, y to the 3rd because of 9 minus 6, and then no z's because 1 minus 1 is z to the 0. So the z's have canceled out completely. All right, and that means that there's no z's, so my answer is A. 3, x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd. Next question. I've got 5, 2, and 3 out in front, so I'm looking just at the coefficients to start with, the 5, the 2, and the 3. So first I deal with them. 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 3 is 30. So the number in front is 30, and now I'm going to deal with my exponents. For the x's, I've got 6 here, and then 1 here. I'm going to put 1's on these. So 6 here, 6x's here, plus 1x here. So that's 6 plus 1. Again, the rule for multiplying 2 powers is to add the exponents. And then y to the 7 here, 2 here, and 1 here. 7, 2, and 1. And then z's, there's 3 of them here and 1 of them here. Z to the 3 plus 1. Okay, and so that means altogether I've got, I'm going to do this in red, 30 out in front, x to the 6 plus 1 is 7, y to the 7, 2, and 1 make 10, z to the 3 and 1 make 4. And it looks like that is this one here, C. So the answer is C for number 2. Next question. I'm going to distribute the 2, and the rule here is to multiply. 4 to the 2nd times x to the 3 times 2 times y to the 7 times 2 is, this is not 4 times 2, it's 4 squared. Okay, so that's 4 to the 2nd power is 16. X to the 3 times 2 is 6, y to the 7 times 2 is 14. Next question. Oh, the correct answer was B. And now the coefficients are 18 times 3 divided by 9. And that is 18 over 9 is 2 times 3 is 6. So the number is 18 times 3 divided by 9 gives me 6 when I simplify. And then I need to, on the top, add the exponents. 7a to the 7 plus 1 on the top, 7 plus 1. And then when I'm dividing, the rule is to subtract. 7 plus 1 on the top minus 5 on the bottom makes 7 and 1 make 8, minus 5 is 3. So this is 6a to the 3rd. This one here, A. Next question. 3 times x plus 2 is 3 times x plus, and then so 3 times x and 3 times 2 is 6. And then 4x times x, I'm going to use a box for this one. It's a monomial here, 4x times x and negative 2. I'm going to put this under show your work. So the first one, 3 times x plus 2 is 3x plus 6. And then the second one, 4x times x minus 2 is 4x to the second power minus 8, because 2 times 4 is 8x. And this comes from assignment number 21. If you're stuck, if you don't know how to do this, it's because you haven't done 21 yet. All right, and now I'm going to simplify this whole thing. 5x squared, 3x plus 2, 4x times x minus 2, and I'm going to do that by first replacing 3 times x plus 2 and 4x times x minus 2. So I'm going to replace these two terms with what they're equal to. So this is equal to that, so I'm going to replace this with plus 3x plus 6, and then I'm going to replace the other thing, 4x times x minus 12, I'm going to replace that with this, 4x squared minus 8x. Okay, and the 5x squared stays up here. Okay, and that means I've got a grand total of, this is assignment number 19, adding like terms. The x squares, I've got 5 here and 4 here. And that's this term and this term. In the x's, I've got 3 here minus 8 here. This term and this term. And then the number 6 is over here by itself. So that's 9x to the second power, that's negative 5x, and that is 6. So I'm looking for 9x squared minus 5x plus 6, which is D. So the correct answer was D. Next question. Okay, so here I'm multiplying the area. To find the area, I multiply this times this. So I've got a courtyard here, and the length is 4x minus 5, while the width is 2x minus 3. And the first one wants to find the area, and the hint says that that means I'm supposed to multiply the length here times the width here to find the area inside. And I do that with the box method. In this case, I've got two binomials, 4x minus 5 and 2x minus 3. So I start multiplying 8x squared. This is assignment number 22. So if you're not following along, you need to do 21 and 22. 4x squared minus 12x minus 10x plus 15. And then the terms on the diagonal add up to negative 22x. So my grand total is 8x squared minus 22x plus 15, which is A. And then the perimeter, I'm supposed to add the sides. Again, perimeter is the distance outside. So I have this side, and then again, this side reappears. So this, plus repeated this, because this here is the same as that over there. So when I add all the way around, I add 1, 2, 3, 4 sides together. And here they are. So I've got 4x minus 5 plus, and this is assignment number 19, adding polynomials. 2x minus 3 plus 4x minus 5 plus 2x minus 3. All right, and all my x terms all together, 4 plus 2 plus another 4 plus another 2. Makes a grand total of 6 and 6 to make 12 x's. And then the numbers left over, I'm using a hashtag for number, negative 5 minus 3 minus 5 minus 3 again. Okay, and that makes negative 8 from this pair and negative 8 from that pair make negative 16 altogether. You can use a calculator for that. So my grand total is 12x minus 16, and that is B. Again, the way this works is I'm going to push back to the title. The way this works is that you're going to have a test, probably 2 every week. This week, I'm giving you number 1 and number 2, and it's just going to add questions until we get to 20 questions, which is the number that will be on the final. So you're going to have an opportunity to try the question and then get the correct answer and then try it again the next day, all the way until you've got all the assignments up to 26 and you're ready for the final.